Students, today we are going to do some more sums on switching circuits. Let's construct the switching circuit of the following. Here, the symbolic form of the circuit will be given to you. You have to construct a circuit from it. The first question, not P and Q or P and not R. Now, this is compulsory to write. That is, let P the switch S1, not P the switch S1 dash, Q S2 and not R S3 dash. Now, from the symbolic form, you observe that it is not P and Q. That means S1 dash and S2 are in series connection. Similarly, P and not R. That means S1 and S3 dash are also in series connection. From our last lecture, you must be remembering that AND means in series. Similarly, OR means in parallel. Therefore, the two groups of switches are parallel to each other. Keeping this in mind, you can draw the circuit in this way. The next question, P and Q or not P and not Q or P or R. Again, we denote the respective switches, and then wherever the word AND comes, wherever the connective AND is there, we draw a series connection, and wherever OR is there, that is a disjunction is there, we draw a parallel connection. And thus our circuit comes out this way. Moving on, the next question, that is P and R or not Q and not R and not P and not R. Same way the switches are as given here. Now using the same procedure, we draw the circuit giving a series connection wherever a conjunction comes and a parallel connection wherever a disjunction comes. So you see that S1 and S3 are in series. Both of them together are in parallel to S2 dash and S3 dash, which are again in series because as you can see between not Q and not R there is AND given. And similarly, both the groups together are in series with S1 dash and S3 dash, which are in turn in series. The next question, P and not Q and R or P and not Q or not R. Thus, the circuit comes out this way. By studying the circuit diagrams and the given symbolic form for some time, the concept will easily come to your mind and you will be able to solve sums in no time at all. The next two sums have been given as assignment to you. As I have told you before itself, this part of the lesson is very important for you. So it's better that you practice these assignments thoroughly in your notebook. The third question, give alternative simple circuits for the following circuits. That means the circuit diagram is given to you. You have to write the symbolic form after denoting the switches. You have to write the symbolic form of the given circuit, simplify it by using the laws of logic, and then draw a simpler circuit for this particular circuit diagram. So the first diagram, you see that S1 is in series with S1 dash and S2 which are in turn parallel to each other. Thus, P is S1, not P is S1 dash, Q is S2. The symbolic form is P and not P or Q. Now, to simplify this, P and not P or Q by using distributive law. Yes, you have to remember the laws of logic which you had learnt in a previous lecture. By using distributive law, it is like opening the bracket. I have told you before also. We write P and not P or P and Q. P and is common for both not P or Q and thus it has been written in the same way. Now we see that in the first bracket, we have P and not P. It is like true and false, which is false. Thus we get false or P and Q by complement law. Again, false or true is true. Thus, false or P and Q is P and Q. Thus, by identity law, we get P and Q. So, from the original circuit containing 3 switches, we get a circuit, a simplified circuit, which now contains only 2 switches in series. Thus, we get our simplified circuit containing only S1 and S2. Now, the next question. Here you see that S1 is in series with S2 and S3 which are parallel to each other. All three of them together are in parallel to S3 dash, S2 dash and S1. And all three of them, that is S3 dash, S2 dash and S1 are in series with each other. Thus, after denoting the switches, we get the symbolic form as P and Q or R, or not R and not Q and P. Now, P and Q or R, or not R and not Q and P. This is the symbolic form which we got for the circuit. By commutative law, the first bracket remains as it is. Observe the second bracket. In the second bracket, and P has come in the beginning of the second bracket. It has become P and. The remaining part of the statement remains as it is. Then, by associative law, again the first bracket remains as it is. In the second bracket, we put a smaller bracket around not R and not Q. That means we associate them together. And then, by distributive law. Now, why distributive law? Because we observe that in both the brackets, P and is common to both of them. Thus we take P and outside, and in the bracket, in the square bracket, we get Q or R, or not R and not Q. Then again, P and Q or R remains as it is, or in the second bracket now, the second smaller bracket, not R and not Q becomes not Q and not R. That means we just change their position by means of commutative law. Then the second smaller bracket, that is not Q and not R. It's the negation of a disjunction. So not Q and not R can also be written as not Q or R by De Morgan's law. Now we observe that in the square bracket, Q or R or not Q or R is there. That means both are complements of each other. So by complement law, true or false is true, and thus we get P and T. And by identity law, we get P. That means the ultimate circuit contains only one switch. So it is simple enough to draw this particular circuit. Moving on now, question 4. Write the symbolic form of the following circuits. Construct the switching table and interpret it. We have to draw conclusion from the switching table now. So, in the first question, we see that S1 and S2 dash are in parallel. Both of them together are also parallel to S1 dash and S2. And S1 dash and S2 are in series. Thus, we denote the particular switches as P, not P, Q, etc. And then we get the symbolic form, which is P or not Q, or not P and Q. Then the switching table for the given circuit. The switching table, just like a truth table, you have learnt it in the last lecture itself, how to draw a switching table, where instead of true or false, we write 1 and 0 respectively. Thus, P, Q, not P, not Q, P or not Q, not P and Q, and the two brackets together, that is not P or not Q, or not P and Q. Now the rules of writing this I don't have to tell you, because we have been going through these rules for many lectures now. In short, in the last column, all the values are coming as 1. So your conclusion would be the lamp will glow irrespective of the status of the switches. Whether P or Q are on or off, the lamp will glow. That is the conclusion that you can draw from the switching table that is there. Now in this question, you find that S1 is in parallel to S1 dash and S2 dash, which are in series to each other. All three of them are also parallel to S1 and S2, which are in series with each other. Thus, after denoting the switches, you get the symbolic form as P or not P and not Q, or P and Q. You get a switching table like this, where in the last column, you observe that you are getting 1, 1, 0 and 1. Now observe the column where 0 comes. Wherever 0 is coming, you find that P is 0 and Q is 1. Thus, the lamp will not glow when the switch S1 is off and when S2 is on. In all other cases, it will glow. This is what your conclusion is going to be. Now, assignments. 2 sums have been given as assignment for you to be solved in your notebook, just like question number 4, the previous sums which I have done. Okay. Remember students, I am again emphasizing the fact that this portion is very important for you. It is important that you are thorough with the circuit theory concept that is there. So keep practicing. One more part of the question remains and some more questions from miscellaneous exercise remain to be practiced. We will see that in the next lecture. Till then, bye students.